Hello. No mistake. Just a couple that no one heard. Woo! What's up, everyone, and welcome to Sunday with Ola 199. One short of 200 Sunday with Olas. Holy shit. I've been trying to pimp out the room a little bit in before Sunday with Ola. Can you see what I changed? Anything? Obviously, you saw that. That's the Ola logo on the wall there in neon. There's an on-air sign up there that lets you guys know that you're on air. I also have the dB meter up there where I can go, ha! Ha! It's actually not that loud. Mama! Mama! Ha! Okay, 97, not too bad. All right, first I'm going to talk about this guitar, the X1.7 FR FBB Plus that just came out this past Friday. That's it. There's really nothing more to say. It's a kick-ass fucking X right there. Look at that. Yeah. And just to continue on the sales talk, not only did we release a new guitar, we released 2 new cups. Look at this, we have the chug cup and your shit is ass, and you can double fist yourself with coffee. Thank you. All right, then news. Steven Carpenter explains why he doesn't tour internationally with Deftones. Anxiety has a lot to do with it. Okay. I actually went with my son to a Deftones show. Was it last year? Maybe it was last year or last year at Gröna Lund in Stockholm. And I saw that Steven Carpenter was not playing guitar. You know? So I figured, okay, he might have been sick or something. Well, it seems that it's more than that. He is afraid of flying. Which I completely understand. He's afraid of flying. And that's okay. I gotta be completely honest, throughout the past years of just flying around in the world, you know, I'm getting more and more scared of flying too. I'm not sure if it's because of the flying or the turbulence and all that, or if it's because, you know, knowing that my kids and my family are home and I'm out there in a plane high up in the sky. It's just anxiety, man. It's really tough to explain why. But it's also, I think I have a recollection that it was something about vaccines back in the day. Was that not the thing? I mean, if the rest of the Deftones guys are cool with having another guitar player outside of the US when they tour, it's a win-win for everyone, okay? This headline is probably one of the best I've read in a long time. Kirk Hammett feels guilty for leaving Exodus, not for taking his riffs with him. Hell yeah. We're all close to this day, but there was a lot of guilt there for a while, so he took his riffs with him to Metallica. Exodus was founded in 1979 by guitarist Kirk Hammett and Tim Agnello, drummer Tom Hunting, and vocalist Keith Stewart. Hammett famously left the band in '83 to join Metallica after they split with Dave Mustaine and was eventually replaced by Rick Hunolt. In an interview with Metal Hammer, Hammett noted that he felt less bad about taking his riffs over to Metallica than he did about leaving his longtime friends in Exodus. The riffs came from songs that I had written, music that I had written, said Hammett. I didn't feel guilty about that, but I did feel guilty about leaving the band I started in high school. A little bit of remorse, but I really felt that Metallica was my calling. I feel more comfortable with playing in Metallica than I ever did in Exodus, so go figure. It's especially interesting for Hammett to make these comments considering he was never credited as a songwriter on Kill 'Em All. The album was credited as being written by frontman James Hetfield and drummer Lars Ulrich, with Mustaine receiving credits for The Four Horsemen, Jump in the Fire, Phantom Lord, and Mel Militia. And then obviously Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth was all Majesty of Cliff Burton. So, are these riffs that we've never heard? I have no idea. I thought the headline was fun. Let's continue on. Alright, this past Friday, Jerry Cantrell released a new single called Vilified. I can only listen to the radio stream of the songs because obviously The Son Will Fall was recorded before the release of the single. But you know, it sounds like Jerry. It's Alice in Chains. It's basically Alice in Chains. But it's Jerry Cantrell singing. And he sings really well, you know? That's what it is. Our commenters are great. It remains me, of course. Of course, it remains. Of course. Dude, Jerry can do no wrong. New single, Vilified. The video will be up this past Friday. It's probably gonna be cool. Right here, it's just a visualizer thing. It kind of sucks, but the song is cool. Earlier this year, Lamb of God and Mastodon announced that they're doing Ashes of the Leviathan tour, which means that they're playing their these Ashes of the Wake and Leviathan in their entirety on a tour, which is amazing. Now there's a full-blown camera clip of Lamb of God's full concert playing Ashes of the Wake. Hell yeah! It almost looked like this guy in the right here was singing the lyrics, but he's just chewing gum right there. He's good at his job though, because he's really watching the crowd. That's great. Dude, I would love to catch this tour, but unfortunately it's not coming to Europe. People are just too afraid of flying right now. So they're just touring in the US. Very cool. If you want to check it out, it's on YouTube. You can watch the full show thanks to Space City Shows. Hell yeah. And I gotta be completely honest, guys, the news have been incredibly stale these past weeks. I mean, it's dry season, it's summer, everyone's out on the beach except me. I'm in here working, but it's just been pretty shitty. However, I figured it was a long time since we checked in on TMZ or TMC, the website that gives me the greatest news. Oh, it does not disappoint. Hell yeah, Cardi B trashes Popeye's flavored wings. Hell yeah, the news we've all been waiting for. Is that Cardi B? What the hell, man? Cardi B is not a fan of some flavored chicken wings at Popeyes, but the restaurant's welcoming her poor review and encouraging her to taste other flavors. Oh my god, okay. Blasting Popeyes for fumbling the flavor, which she says tastes like Sprite. Oh my god. The news. Oh my god, I can't show this. What is this? Kanye West and Bianca Censori. That's a very proper name when you need to censor her fucking chest right there. Let the girls hang again. Okay, I can't watch this for too long. I'll go blind. What? Oh, he has a Cybertruck. Hell yeah. Damn. Not that I necessarily care about the headlines here, but they're just very, very well written. And that I really appreciate. I just enjoy really well-written headlines. Like, Ribs Reese McGuire! Ribs Reese, man! I mean, maybe you guys know who that is, but for me, that's just, I just read ribs. Go jerk off in the freaking parking lot. Let's go. Oh, he did that. Okay, he's a baseball player. Okay, he's a pitcher. Great. Billy Ray Cyrus calls Fire Rose a freaking bitch. Okay, that news, thank you. And before I end the news, I want to make a clarification in regards of last week's news when I was talking about Dean guitars. And I said that Dean were still using Dime Time pickups, DMT pickups, in the guitars that they sell on their website. I just want to make a clarification that they're not Dime Time pickups. I thought they were, but they are Dean-made pickups, DMT made since 2008. So I was definitely in the wrong right there. I'm not trying to spread any rumors or anything like that. That's Dean's own homemade pickups, DMT right there, not Dime Time pickup. I was wrong, okay? That was the news, thank you. All right, I'm here in the back room right now. Here's where I keep all my amplifiers and all the, you know, all my guitar cases and all that. But this is also where I change strings on my guitars. And tomorrow I have a workshop at Freak Guitar Camp in the southern parts of Sweden. And right now I'm kind of like pimping up the guitars that I'm gonna use, giving them a string change and all that. And I figured I would try some new guitar strings that I got sent to me. These are the new DR Dragon Skin coated strings, basically. I figured I would try them out on this guitar that I would have this one being mounted with the DR Dragon Skin Plus, and then on the second guitar I just use hybrid slinkies, and then I'm gonna see and kind of feel the difference between the two set of strings. It's 9-46, and then also I need to pack all my stuff for the clinic as well, all my computer stuff, audio interfaces and in-ears and all of that, and hell yeah. And at some point I want to change this desk right here. It's a little small, this little desk of changing strings. I wish I had a little bigger of a spot, you know, where I could, you know, take my guitars. But as of right now, it's just being crammed in here into this room, where it's basically become just a fucking shove everything in here type of room, which is, you know, which is sad. Ooh, should I try a new case today? Should I try the new Enki case? Hell yeah. Oh, help. Ah, oh, there's something here. Oh, here are... I've been looking for this. No, but maybe I should try out the new Enki case. Since I'm not bringing in the X-Type guitars, you know, I have my tall case for the X-Type. I got this one, the new Enki case. I'm bringing this S-type guitar and an A guitar, so that will be more than enough, actually. So this is, what is it? I think it's my third time at the Freak Guitar Camp. And it's a really fun little event where, you know, people go to the forests of Sweden to play guitar for like a week. You know, I just love the idea of going to the forest to play guitar and, you know, nothing else. Shut off your phones, shut off, you know, the world around you, and just enjoy the woods and some guitar playing. Ah, hej hund! Hej, the dog enters. Hej hundelino. Vad glad du är. Huh? Vad är det? Vad du är glad. Are you trying to help? Okay, goodbye. No, it's gonna be nice. It's me and Louise going out and doing that little adventure, and then we get to stay at a hotel. Look at that. That's that guitar right there. So I loaded this guitar up with the Dragon strings from DR, and just by looking at it and feeling it, not convinced. Okay, next guitar. And then I'm gonna bring this guitar too. But with this guitar I'm gonna put on these hybrid slinkies, and then I'm gonna compare the two. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of coated strings, to be honest. I remember the first, oh, what's that brand? What was that first brand that did coated strings? I remember trying it the first time, and I remembered that they eventually, Elixir strings. I remember that those strings became hairy after a while. It's kind of like the strings kind of sprouted out hairs or something. Not a fan. This is an uncoated set, Ernie balls. So let's try out that. These are the slinky strings. feel like normal. Let me try these dragon coated strings. I mean, they sound fine, but they look a little dirty, just saying. There's a little bit more friction to the wound strings. I don't know, man. I have a very weird relationship with strings and string brands where it's like, as long as it's just a string, it feels good. And as long as there's no friction, I'm happy. With the coated DR strings, there is a little bit more friction to the wound string. But not by a lot. The thing about coated strings is that they're supposedly lasting longer. We'll just have to see about that. I'm gonna bring both these guitars with me to the free guitar camp, and then I'm gonna play both and just see how they fare right there. And yeah, but even like holding it like this, I can feel. I don't know. All right, so I'm back home, and what's the verdict on the strings, the coated strings versus the slinkies? When I did the gig, I switched between the two different guitars, and I felt that like I said initially, that the coated strings, they did feel a little bit more, like they had more friction to them. You know, it felt a little dirty almost. I'm not sure if that's because of the compound that they're using or whatever, but I much prefer the regular slinkies, to be honest, in this particular case. I know there's other coated strings out there that might be better suited or better. I'd love to try Elixir again because I know a lot has happened since I last tested Elixir strings. So we'll see. Maybe I'll continue on this journey of testing out more and more coated strings and see how they fare against regular, cheaper guitar strings. All right, so I watched the draft of Sunday with SWOLA199 and I discovered that it's way too short to be a Sunday with SWOLA. It clocked in on 19 minutes, 16 seconds. So I have to stall for time. So I figured I will pick up the Dimebag guitar and show you guys how to play the outro for Floods. You know that beautiful thing? Fuck. Super beautiful, super gorgeous on outro, and it's just it brings in all of the feels, and it's actually the same pattern as the solo for the song, which is it's basically these sus2 chords that you move around. Pretty easy, right? And I learned this myself when I've only played guitar for a couple of years, back when the album came out in 96, 97. And I was sitting practicing this. It's quite a stretch. Especially if you played wrong. It's always that sus2 chord, but you're moving the last note. That's just a little small extra thing that they're doing right there. But dude, that thing, it's so beautiful. You can play it too. It's easy. And if you don't trust me, trust the tabs online. You can always trust the tabs, man. No, don't trust the tabs. The tabs suck. intonation is also very important since you're going all over the fretboard right there. So there you go, a short little how to play it. Oh, hey Hunden, the dog just came in the nick of time. Don't laugh. But this is Pix right now. She has this pillow so she can't lick her paws. Yeah. She's licking her paws a lot right now, so we're just keeping this little pillow when we're not looking at her. Just so she doesn't lick her paws. Don't laugh at Pix, okay? Okay. Thank you so much. Goodbye. All right, my little penis and vagina friends and in-between friends, we have to talk about next week. Next week is Sunday with Ola 200. What? That Sunday with Ola is going to be filled with a lot of really cool stuff. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be new segments. I got a lot of things planned for that Sunday with Ola. And also, there will be raffles, okay? T-shirts and a chug pedal. There will be a giveaway of the chug pedal right there. But you can only be a part of the raffle if you're in the premiere on the Sunday with Ola 200. So you have to be in the premiere to be able to win all these amazing prizes. Next week, Sunday with Ola 200. Holy shit, 200? That's insane. Why am I watching? I'm checking the time. I don't know why. And just like always, even though I put a lot more effort into the Sunday with Ola, just because it's 200, there's probably going to be less people watching it. That's just how internet works nowadays. With that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this Sunday with Ola 199, for keeping your trust in me, and thank you so much for all the support you guys give me. I truly appreciate it. We're into 200 Sunday with Olas, man. Holy shit, time flies when you're having fun. Let's go. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.